seems to be a phrase in contradiction because the book is not and cannot be merely a product or a commodity. Perhaps this explains why our trade attaches never carried books in the repertoire of products they push worldwide. They only push our fruits, our textile, furniture, and other crafts. But it is a trade not to just keep it viable and sustainable as a business or an industry, but more importantly, to allow it to keep making good books. It is trade as trade is an exchange, a way to open up to other arts and cultures of other nations through books, and in turn be enriched as a people. Trade is starting new conversations and collaborations with newfound partners at every international book fair. Our writers are already out in the world, not just those in the diaspora like PhilAm or Filipino writers based in the United States or elsewhere. Gina Apostol's novels first were published here by Anvil before they traveled on to Random House and Soho Press. The works of Merlinda Bobbies from Australia and of Candy Kimpo Gourlay from London come home to us almost at the same time, sometimes even ahead as when they are released internationally. Ninochka Roska State of War was reissued here in 1989, a year after its US release, and therefore had enough time, 34 years to be exact, to become a classic. Wilfrido Noliedo's But for the Lovers, however, released here only this year, when it was first published in the US in 1970, will need more time perhaps, maybe shorter with the help of social media, to become our own classic. There are other book trajectories, those of Jessica Hagedorn's, where Dog Eaters managed to become a required reading in some schools, even as it is an important title. Same for Miguel Sijuco's Ilustrado, when